For the next phase, I want to be able to pull, or I don't want to extrude, I just actually want to literally move the bottom inferior margin or faces of this gray matter. So I've selected all the faces except these two. And now I'm going to go to a 4-panel view and maybe choose the front view here. I'll put the vertebra back on. Actually, I really don't need the vertebra as much as I need the white. And so now I can pull down. And so again, I'm using a very small unit there because I don't want to try to put together a lot of edges. It just seems to be that the software just doesn't, there's just more room, more likely to make an error. So now I've got this nice long gray. I really need to divide the subdividers or put more edges in obviously that axis. Now I was hoping what I could do, get this, let's turn off the delete its history, freeze its transformation, center its pivot, and let's see if when it's selected as an object, if we can use this add divisions tool. I'm not really sure which is the U, so I want to make sure you see it. I got this set linearly. Linearly means that I can define either, I can define independently the U and V. Remember, U and V are basically two directions that are perpendicular. It could be like up and in the y-axis and the z-axis, or it could be the y-axis and the x-axis, but they're perpendicular. So if I say apply and I get any kind of change, which I don't seem to get, and I'm not 100% sure why. Let's see if I increase this. No, nothing. So I don't know if the shape is somehow too complex or if there's something I'm doing wrong, but I'm going to go to another technique then. So what I'll do is the old-fashioned way. I'll just take the insert edge loop tool and basically work my way down and roughly put a new edge at every intersection of the grid. Then I know I want to have an edge very close to the top, so I do get that cut edge finally. And same thing down here. Now I'm not going to really do anything fancy with this, so I'm not sure there's any reason to add more edges. Let's see what it looks like in the perspective window. See, it's holding its shape pretty well. It's got a little bit of a rounded cut edge. It looks kind of like that butterfly pattern. And you know, I think it's okay. So we'll just leave it like that, and you know, it should have enough edges here. If I was concerned about having to put a specific texture or pattern on it, I could smooth it, and I think that would, you know, make even a better shape. It certainly would help distribute the cubes or the faces more uniformly. So that's an asset for either texturing or painting. But I think that's basically the end of it then. So I'm sorry, let's put it all back together real quick. Well, we've got that. And we've got the white. And now if we put the stack group in there, that's basically our vertebra. I kind of screwed around with that dorsal ganglion. It's really a little too close posteriorly here, so Let's go to the top view. Hide the stacked. And just take the gray and we'll make a new layer. And then we'll, I want to get, so I'm going to lock the gray and I'll leave the white unreferenced. And what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry, I want the edge. I'm going to draw a small box here and on its complement. I'm drawing a box because I'm trying to get all the edges all the way down. I don't want to just pick the top two dorsal roots there. I want to, or dorsal ganglions. I want to get all of them. So I can do that. I could, let's look back now on the foreview, put the stack back on. See, now we've kind of got, looks like it's actually still touching, could use right there. So let's use those two. It only seems to be on this side a little bit, so. Okay, all right, so I think we're in pretty good shape there. Okay, and that will be the end of the project.